Wave lay fay.
Santa yàlla.
Looy xaar utal Wave nga scan nga fay te nag doo ci yokku dara.
Scan to pay more neex no problem 0% no charges kon yóbbaale ko boy dem. Scan to pay more neex no problem 0% no charges.
Jar Oil, the company, have filling stations across the country, and our rates are relatively cheaper than anyone else across the country. Jar Oil is the biggest producer and distributor of cement in the country with the most competitive prices in the market.
In the Gambia, we all move to different paces. Time is money, convenience is power, and now both are in your hands. No more long lines, no more late payments, no more missed chances, not anymore. Because now the Gambia has its own super app, Zap. One app, one tap, endless convenience. Send money instantly, pay your bills in seconds, shop without borders, pay your rides, order your meal, buy your ticket, deposit and withdraw money for absolutely free. No extra charges, no hidden fees, only on Zap Super App. This is not just convenience. This is confidence. This is the future in your hands. And the best part, Zap is born right here. Built for us, designed for every Gambian home, every Gambian dream. So don't wait in the past. Step into the future. Download Zap today on App Store and Play Store and enjoy endless free services. Call us today on our toll-free number 1666 or on 260-0001. Zap, all in one, all for you. Tap in, zap in.
On Tuesday, the 16th of December, 2025, you're with Coffee Time with Peter Gomez on West Coast Radio, now hosting Amadu Jaiteh of Progress. Is Progress Gambia preparing for the presidential election in 2026? And if so, what would be your first priority if Amadu Jaiteh wins?
Thank you very much, Uncle Peter. Absolutely, we are. We are the future.
You're the future?
We are the future.
Ah.
Gambians want progress. The progress of this country has been delayed for far too long.
That's what Barrow says.
Yes.
So why do we need you when Barrow is already in #1 Marina Parade?
Barrow
is offering the same thing you're offering me now.
President Barrow did not come with a vision. He
did not come with a vision?
He did not come with a vision.
Ah.
He came through a coalition. And when he came in through a coalition, he had people thinking for him. He said it himself.
What did he say?
This is not to damn anything.
What
He said, I'm a businessman. I'm not, I do not belong into, governance. I have people, I have a team that understands governance, not me. I just want to be here for 3 years as a caretaker president.
He said he wanted only to be there for 3 years.
Just said he wanted to be here for 3 years, just to guide the process. And then he is going to leave. He's going to go back to his business.
Yet he's still there today.
Yet he's still there. And when you do that, you are now leading the vision of your team. Your team was supposed to be leading your vision as a leader. So you see, that's the difference. I have a vision. And that vision is very plain and simple. The other part of your question is the first thing. We are a reformist organization. Mm-hmm. We want to make sure we deal with the law first. We give the Gambians the constitution they want.
We should emphasize your background is law.
Exactly. We want to give the people the constitution that they want immediately, and make sure that the constitution that they have, the constitution that they've killed, we are bringing it back and giving it to the people.
This is the 2020.
This is the 2020 CRC draft. They are saying that a lot of powers of the president has been taken. Listen, Progress is not interested in too much power. You see, this is the problem. Let me go back. Let me take this further to globally. This is the problem with West Africa. Leaders want to be showing bravado. They want to be treated like Mansa. They want to be showing power and strength.
Is king, yeah?
Yes, they want to be showing, they are king. You see, when you do that, you're from a very impoverished community. You are seen as the #1 celebrity. People are envious of you. When you move, nothing moves. The roads, everything stops. Everybody wants to be like you.
That's annoying, though.
Everybody wants to be like you.
When you're caught up in that kind of situation,
Exactly.
like I have been in a few occasions I was out to go to an activity and I was grounded Because my president needed to pass first before I have access to
which is wrong.
to the main road.
Which is wrong. You are galvanizing people to want to be like you. And that is why we're having so many military disruptions in West Africa. Because you're not creating opportunities for other people, other citizens in sports, in arts, in other places. You go to other countries, people see presidents as just politicians.
So that's one thing you abhor, hopefully, and would work to do away with. What would you prioritize apart from the Constitution? Because you say you'll give us a Constitution immediately.
Where we are going to drive our powers from to make sure that what we are talking about in terms of depoliticizing the local governance and also depoliticizing the National Assembly, we can enforce that immediately. Cost of living, we want to go into that immediately. Gambians do not want to be living in such in a situation where cost of living is taking over everything that they work for. We want to make sure that we interfere with the markets and make sure that cost of living is brought down immediately. But for the long haul, we have to make sure that we are self-reliant in terms of food production. But that will be in the long haul. But for the immediate term, we are going
When we'll find all the money to be self-reliant in food production, you will need billions, possibly zillions, to invest in agriculture, hopefully.
There is money. There is a lot of money that is out there. This country has been spending on agriculture. When people are not willing, when politicians are not willing, remember, progress, we are not politicians. We are disruptive organization that is going to come in and give the people what they want. We are cutting down all these.
But what if the people you have to deal with internationally happen to be politicians?
Listen, you see those people, I have dealt with partners globally. You see, partners are very annoyed with governments when they give this money, these grants, and see that they go into nothing. They go into nothing that is productive.
They could stop, but they never stop. They keep giving.
They keep giving because that's the situation where we have gotten ourselves into. The only way we can get ourselves out of these, grants, these gifts, or these loans.
I'm saying the people who give us those grants and are annoyed with the way we, use those grants or loans or whatever, they could help us by just stopping. Why are they not stopping?
They cannot. World Bank, they cannot. We are contributors. We are part of them. We are contributors. So the only way to do it is to manage it, is to see how to manage things and then control us. But you need to also understand these institutions, this is the only way to control us. This dependency syndrome that we have with them, this dependency relationship that we have with them is a way of control. But soon as we are able to get ourselves out of that and become self-reliant, that is where actually through self-determination comes in. They don't want that. You see, our forebears fought for self-determination for independence. You see, we have not been able to attain that 60 years on. Why? Poor leadership, selfish leadership. Everybody wants to be king, and they don't want to come down to the level of their people. Driving all these, $100,000 SUVs, tinted glasses. You need to descend to the level of your people and live within your means. This is how you cut all of those expenses. Live within your means and then put the money into where it's supposed to be, like agriculture, for example. Empower industrialization. Change values. We have a lot of mango in the mango season that goes into trash in this country.
Not as many as,
we have.
5 years ago or whatever. I think, we have cut down most of our,
we are now in the watermelon, season.
Yeah.
We don't even have storage facilities for farmers in those areas. Why can we not do something about industrialize and change value into juice and production? Be able to feed ourselves with things like that, and then our economy continue to grow. So those are the things that we have to do. We have to cut our coat according to our size. We have to understand that. We have to know that when we want to host conferences, for example, the OIC conference, we should cut our coat according to our size. I'm in the diplomatic wall, and sometimes I completely disagree when they actually told Gambians how they have to spend money to buy these cars to welcome people for.
Who told us how to spend our money to buy these cars? Who instructed us to buy these cars?
Nobody instructed us. It's all just our own thinking, because we believe that we are hosting countries coming to the Gambia from the Arab world or from these places. We cannot give them what we have. We need to give them what we have. If we don't have much, we don't have much. We have to be factual. And they're not coming here to show up. They're not interested in everything that we are offering, and they have it already. And they are usually coming. Some are coming for just one day, and then they are going.
But
back.
surely, if you were going to host MBS, Mohammed bin Salman, come on.
All that matters to him is
security. You can't give them, my Ford Escapade.
You don't need to impress him. He needs to know your reality. In fact, when he understands your reality, then you can talk more how to improve your reality to becoming closer to his reality. He is coming from that luxury. There's no luxury that you can give him that he doesn't have already. You just need to be yourself. You are trying to grow economically. You have to take it step by step. You do not need to. London was hosting I don't know what event was. You know what they did? They put all heads of states in a bus that will take them to their meetings, just like a school bus. Yeah. And then they will take them back. Now, if London can do it and they're not afraid of doing it, so if we do it,
the difference is this.
The difference is this. It's mentality. You see, we need to be Pan-African in our thinking. We need to understand who we are. Self. And that's why education in our policy is very important. We want our youth to understand self. If they understand self, the backway syndrome might just drop, and build skills on that self so that they understand how to survive.
Do you agree with how the government has approached the backway syndrome?
I mean, you see, we are just reactional or reactive government. We do not have.
Dr. Ismail Assise debunked that earlier on.
Yeah, but the facts remain the same. We do not have people that think outside the box. This system change that I am presenting to you now, I'm sure they will think that this is just a dream, this is just a fantasy.
Pipe dream.
Exactly. But because our people sometimes don't even want to listen. You see, the system that we have, the current democracy that we have, you can choose to make America or the UK as an example for all you like. But I am shameful to hear such examples, because the first constitution that was drafted in the history of mankind came from Kanka, Sunjata Keita. That shows how organized African people were, how African people understand organization and governance. I don't understand why people want to always jump on, making examples of the US or the UK and all.
Well, they may have borrowed the idea from us, but they have made it work for them in a way that we now admire them.
It doesn't even work for them. America got a government shut down for how many weeks? Not recently. They couldn't get on. Why? Party politics. They couldn't get on. And our constitution failed. Why? Party politics. So that is a chaotic system. You need a complete disruptive system that can.
You're in the process of, transforming your progress movement to a political party.
Yes, that is why gradually we are trying to offer solution that will limit that system where it should be in our governance. You see, our realities, we have to understand it. Politicians are becoming smarter every day, Uncle Peter. They did not create this ideology. This ideology was brought by colonizers to us. And you see what our politicians are now doing. They are using money, they are using influence to lie to our people, the innocent electorates.
To lie to our people?
Yes, politicians lie every day. They go to communities.
Does that include Amadu Jay?
No. Amadu Jay is a man of integrity.
So Amadu Jay is not a politician?
Amadu Jay is not a politician. You see, when we take power as progress government, the constitution would have been 2-term limit already. We will not campaign for the second term. Because you know why?
No.
Because our promises that we are going to deliver in the first 5 years, we do not need to go to the people and ask for their support. They need to tell us that continue for the next term.
You'll wait for the people to say go on?
Yes, because
and if you don't get that go on,
they can bring whoever they want to bring in. Okay. Because that will be done. Because you see, leadership is continuity. Governance is continuity. Because we would have set the country on a pedestal that any president comes in, you cannot wiggle yourself out of it. We are going to draw a box where we are going to put leaders in that box. That box is going to be responsive to the people's needs. So you are going to be a servant. The king that you want to become, that will be the end of it.
You can never become.
It can never become. After progress government, whether it's going to be a one-term...
A former president tried to become a king in this country.
Yes, that is unfortunate. Again, party politics. He almost broke out all political parties. And you have to give UDP credit for that, for persistence, because he would have actually ended all of them. And then he becomes a king, because it would have been a one-party state. If one-party state, even if you don't become a king, you are almost a king. Yeah. But then you have to give UDP credit for their persistence.
There are no elections.
There are no elections.
There are no elections
exactly.
For monarchs.
And if you become one-party government, one-party system also, there will be no more election. There's no need for it. But that's why I say you have to give credit to those that were in the trenches at the time, the UDP, the PDOIS that were fighting at the time to make sure that, you know, the multi-party system remains. So I give credit for them, and we owe a lot to them for their persistence.
If you're so adoring of the UDP, why, you know, go ahead with starting a new party when you could easily have...
I am giving them credit.
To Alhaji Usainu Dabo,
yes.
And say, well, give me party membership, you know, papers, documents, and I'll sign and become a member of the UDP.
It's different. I am giving them credit for what they did during the time of need, during the time of authoritarianism. That's the credit that I'm giving them. But our progressive approach, it is not in line with the UDP. UDP is doing the same politics. And we are saying it cannot be
the same politics as?
The same politics, party politics, like
APRC and the others?
And on the others, they are still, you know, party politics into parliament, party politics into local governance. We are against that. We are against that. We want that to change because we understand that is where our problem is. Okay. The UDP is not getting on with the current government. The current government is not getting on with the UDP. Why? It's because of party differences.
We have just 10 more minutes, and yes. I want us to go, you know, I mean, deep into, you know, your party name, People's Reformist Organization for Growth, Renewal, Equity, Security, and Social Justice. Okay, you believe that we haven't grown. But what about renewal? What's there to be renewed?
Renewal of politics.
Okay.
Renewal of politics. Okay. That is what we are talking about. So as a reformist organization, I've talked about that. We want to reform the systems, bring in system change. Okay. Now, renewal of politics, equity. We want equality. We want people...
Equality between who?
Between citizens, between the wealth of the country. We are seeing a lot of wastage in this country. Land issues. You have Gambians that may not have land in this country.
Oh, there's...
If we continue.
The vast majority of Gambians do not own land yet.
Exactly. And what is happening around the reserve land on the coastal, you know, the coastal, we have our coastal line is about, I think, 82 kilometers long.
So what's happening there?
It's all commercialized. It's all owned by rich investors that would come and comply with the TDA rules, and then they get offered this land. And you're supposed to develop it in 18 months, and they will hoard it. They will hoard it for quite a long time. Some are hoarding this thing for 4 years, 5 years. And what happened after? Maybe it is forgotten. You know what they do? No. They will end up going and building apartments and sell those apartments into millions. But the condition of this land allocation where we are going to come and contribute to economic growth of this country. We are going to build five-star hotel, for example, that will employ maybe 1,000, 2,000 Gambians. That would create jobs. That will create a good living standard for Gambians. But what they will end up doing, they hoard it. Progress government, we are re-entering into all those properties.
Can you?
Yes, you can re-enter. The law allows it. Because the condition, you are supposed to develop it within a certain period of time. If you don't develop within that period of time, government should re-enter and confiscate it from
you. And what about those that have been developed and are serving a purpose that is inconsistent with the reason why they were first given?
Progress government, once the condition that was given to you, you promised to build a business that will improve economic growth of this country. You ended up building a business of apartments that is not employing anybody, that is
but
not creating...
it's providing housing for people who need it.
But you sold it. And the money goes to who? Millions of dollars goes to who? It goes into your account. It's not your land to sell. It is not your land to sell. So we will follow the proceeds of the sale. And then we will make sure that the proceeds of sale come back to the government and to the people. Because the money there belongs to the people. The land that you developed that apartment on belongs to the people. So these are things that we have to look into.
Security
And safety. You see, the security sector...
I feel secure. I feel safe in my country.
You see, you are, thank God. But there are other Gambians elsewhere. We have seen Gambians got killed at Bureau de Change. We have seen Gambians attacked in different places, get killed. People getting killed in their residential homes. We have seen that. But above all, we still have economic in this country. What is wrong with the security sector reform?
To boost our security, our internal security.
You see, again, if a president wants to live within your means and then you trust your people, you do the right reforms that needs to be done at the right time. You don't need to worry. You don't need to be afraid of. You see, when progress, becomes in governance and we become the leader.
It's not if, it's when.
You
are sure that this country will one day be run by progress.
So thank you for correcting that. When we get into governance, progress.
No, you always said when.
Yes.
I was hoping you'd say if.
No, it's always when. Okay. It's just time. So when we get into power, president does not need that much of a security because we have nothing to hide. If you want to come and take over, take over. If you
even militarily.
If you want to come and take over, come and take over.
Even militarily.
Even militarily. Okay. We want a country where president, leaders supposed to be able to move freely. Ministers don't need all these orderlies behind shadowing them. This is waste of taxpayers' money. Why are we recruiting police officers just to become orderlies?
So your ministers would be without orderlies.
Without orderlies.
Security and all
very
that.
Humble, without all these $100,000 vehicles.
The V8.
The V8. No, none of that. Tinted glasses down. Be normal. Let people see who you are representing.
True servants of the people.
True servants of the people. We are going to, demystify this position to the point that when you are offered, you don't even want it. That's what we want.
How will you run the country then without ministers? If nobody wants to be a minister?
That is a saying. That is a saying that the country has gotten to a point where people, ordinary citizens are getting to positions, their own businesses. They are growing to a point that they will not be interested in this political position. Only those that are interested in it will go for it.
And the final S is social justice.
So
you think we don't have social justice?
No. There are a lot of communities that don't benefit from anything. So we want people to be able to, we want to share our wealth. We want everybody to have access. And that is the part that I was talking about, so local governance. Mm-hmm. When the proper collections are done by the GRA and the money is reverted back to the community, and then the community can sit over that money, how to expend that money. They can decide to create Women Development Fund. They can decide to create Youth Development Fund. This is where real social justice comes in. Instead of these women going to microfinances, borrowing money, they can go to this fund and borrow some money, have a startup business, and then they can come back 12 months later and repay without interest. The youths also that have been given free education, because by the way, we are giving free education up to university, because by law right now,
100% free education.
100% free education. By law right now, education is supposed to be free. By law. So we are giving you free education and you are going to start learning skills from primary level so that it will be accustomed to you. If you're not a university material, you can go into any tertiary, any vocational training center. And once you graduate from that, there is a fund available within your community that you can even apply for a startup business. So this backway thing, we have to capture it from childhood, from when you're growing.
Fantastic.
Change your mindset.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Novel ideas. Amadou, we have 2 minutes left for you. That's your camera. Just assume that, the Gambian population is listening to you, waiting to be convinced. Why should Gambians vote Progress in 2026?
Thank you, Uncle Peter. We are speaking to our Gambian brothers and sisters, our uncles, our mom, to understand that progress is the future. Progress is here to give Gambian people exactly what they want: equality, renewal of politics and social justice. Security that we all want, we want to ensure that is there. We want to have a governance system that is very humbling and that is very progressive in thinking, so that all Gambians can grow together. Progress has been delayed in this country for far too long. We want to end that by 2026, December 5th, inshallah.
All right. And that was Amadu Jaiteh, head or leader of Progress. And Progress is the People's Reformist Organization for Growth, Renewal, Equity, Security, and Social Justice.
yëf lay fay.
sant yàlla.
kon wéef dee ko yóbbaale.
looy xaar utal wéef nga scan nga fay te nag doo ci yokku dara.
Scan to pay moo neex no problem 0% no charges kon yóbbaale ko boy dem. Scan to pay moo neex no problem 0% no charges.
Jar Oil, the company, have filling stations across the country, and our rates are relatively cheaper than anyone else across the country. Jar Oil is the biggest producer and distributor of cement in the country with the most competitive prices in the market.
In the Gambia, we all move to different paces. Time is money, convenience is power, and now both are in your hands. No more long lines, no more late payments, no more missed chances, not anymore. Because now the Gambia has its own super app, Zap. One app, one tap, endless convenience. Send money instantly, pay your bills in seconds, shop without borders, pay your rides, order your meal, buy your ticket, deposit and withdraw money for absolutely free. No extra charges, no hidden fees, only on Zap Super App. This is not just convenience. This is confidence. This is the future in your hands. And the best part, Zap is born right here. Built for us, designed for every Gambian home, every Gambian dream. So don't wait in the past. Step into the future. Download Zap today on App Store and Play Store and enjoy endless free services. Call us today on our toll-free number 1666 or on 260-0001. Zap. All in one. All for you. Tap in. Zap in.